So for the first time in a few days, I had a solid chunk of hours today to sit down and do some writing. And I had a few things that I needed to write. I needed to keep working on my resume blog, and I needed to put together the first part of the XQ proposal. And there was one other thing, and it's escaping my mind at the moment. There was one other kind of long format thing that I needed to write. And I've been slowly realizing recently, and it was kind of reinforced today, that I've taught myself to be super distracted. And I don't know that it's necessarily an unequivocally bad thing, like it's always talked about. In terms of the kind of writing that it produces, it's not necessarily worse, it's just very different. I finished the initial draft of my resume blog part 2 today, but it's very stream of consciousness almost, and so it's the ideas that were in my head at a very superficial level, and the phrases that were in my head that sounded catchy initially. And I'm not sure that makes for a good draft or a bad draft, but it's a very different looking draft than it would be if I sat down for 4 hours and pounded out 2,500 words, because I'd be doing a lot of rewriting and editing and going back and looking and changing my mind about how I wanted to say things. So I think it might be an interesting question to ask somebody when I get this second blog published, how it reads compared to my first one. I think my first one was written in several long sessions as compared to, a bunch of really short sessions of focus like I had today. But there's still a lot of iterating left to do, so we'll see. Anyway, that's my thought for the day. If you find yourself distracted, don't immediately jump to the conclusion that it's a bad thing like a lot of people are talking about. Just decide if it's something that bothers you. And if it's something that you feel like decreases your productivity, then make efforts to fix it. And if not, if you can function fine, then do that. It's not a particularly profound point for the day, but at least it's a point. So, thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.